Testing.
Oh my gosh. There we go. Alright, hi. Sorry about that, little technical difficulties. Welcome back to another show. I do apologize, it was 30 minutes late. I was a little bit busy this afternoon, a little bit busy this morning, but we are here. I'm making it happen. Tonight, I'm going to be getting to work on my Twitch. I'm going to change up the schedule. You're going to see what's been going on for what my schedule's going to be for the week. Because after that week, I'm going to be moving. And then when I move, I'm going to release the stream schedule. Just letting everyone know ahead of time. Sorry. Need to burp. So, following that, I'm probably going to be streaming on Saturdays and Sundays, but it's going to be way longer than this. But, until that happens, you're going to have, like, daily shows over here. But I am very excited. I am very happy. I'm also happy to announce that I did have a content creator. I commissioned this content creator to look and go through over all my stuff on here. So she went through my TikTok, she went through my Twitch. Very grateful for this content creator. I will not say this content creator's name because I do not want to get this content creator in trouble, because the work, and especially what I kind of cover, it is unfortunately somewhat of a I don't like that it's controversial. I really don't. This should not be a controversial position to take. I feel like with things that are so polarized now, what ended up accidentally happening is the fact that it's like, oh well, you know, like, how do I put this? It's gotten to the point where it's like the discourse is destroyed, where it's like, oh, if you don't agree with 100% I'm saying, you're a horrible and awful human being, and I just don't like that. I really don't. You should have the ability to sit down with another person that disagrees with you. You might not agree with them, but you should at least have the ability to entertain what they're thinking and understand why that they're thinking. That will make things a lot better, but unfortunately, things are the way they are. That being said, I am so grateful for this content creator for giving me all the tips and tricks, and I will definitely be utilizing it. And one of them is actually looking into this camera. I always say, every stream that I have, I'm going to look right at, it gets a little bit better. So this one, I'm going to be looking at the camera, because I didn't realize it. Well, I knew I was doing this. So I have, my content here on my laptop, and I have, my Streamlabs, stuff over here. So this is why I was looking, because I was also looking at the Twitch chat. But now I'm actually going to be looking here, and at the Twitch chat. But I'm primarily going to be looking at you, my audience. But I'm hoping everyone is having a wonderful and great day. Before I get into the show, as always, here's a little disclaimer. Everything you see is not a view of the Department of Defense, the Army National Guard, or any other component or government entity. This is all my own opinions, my views, my analysis. I'm not going to talk bad about any political party. I don't endorse anybody running for office or anything like that. Everything you see here is my own personal views. That being said, let's jump right into the show. Uh-oh. Whoopsie. Wrong screen, but no worries. Let's just fix this. This, ladies and gentlemen, what you see is my Streamlabs. And we're just going to wait for this to load. There we go. I do apologize for that. Lo and behold, take a look. 11 more followers. Until it's time, let me actually lower that. That was super loud. 11 more followers until it's time to hit affiliate. I find that super crazy. I find that, amazing. I just want to thank everybody here for, the love and support. I'm so close to it. And honestly, I think one of the big struggles was trying to average down the 3 viewers at a stream. It's been getting a little bit better, because in the beginning, when I first started streaming, there weren't a lot of people. Now that I'm actually getting at least around an average 2 to 5 people coming in, one stream, so when I did the State of the Union, I had 10 people in here, and I thought that was crazy. But it's getting better, and it's getting better, and it's getting better, and we're slowly working our way up there, slowly. But yeah, for now you can watch prior streams. That's the pretty fun part. I'm gonna have that up here. So I don't want to thank the content creator, because the thing is, this is all blank. So I am actually going to, right after this, I'm going to start editing panels, so you can kind of get a little bit to know about me, some of my biases, my educational background, some of the things that kind of enhance my legitimacy as a person that comments on politics and geopolitics. Yeah, all this is going to be changed. All this is going to be changed following today. So tonight I'm going to get to work on that. But I'm going to say this. I have been playing all this time on Star Wars: The Old Republic. It's such a good game. It's such a travesty. The Star Wars sequel trilogy was a shame because people just did not care about it. here, like Star Wars: The Old Republic, everyone's been caring about it, and I love the storyline. I'm just so addicted to it. So good, so good. Welcome to my TikTok with 4,600 followers, 11,000 likes. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. And here's the thing. As a beginning content creator, you gotta like kind of be grateful for the small wins. I'm breaking out of the 200 TikTok jail. Like here, look. I'm slowly breaking out of it, slowly one at a time. I do want to thank that content creator that looked through my stuff, because this is longer than a minute. Kind of talking about the TikTok ban. I support it. A lot of people do not like that, but you know, it's fine. But god dang, look at this. This is just growing and growing and growing, and it's not stopping. I find that insane. I'm pretty sure someone's gonna see it and is gonna comment on it. I've had a few comments, and somewhere, you know, I don't agree with them, but you know what? I hear your arguments, and I can see why you think it. And then I have some that are really unhinged. But it will not deter me. It will not stop me. We have a show to run.
Use your words. What are you doing?
Okay, so here's the thing. So I kind of give like a little chaser-ish, where it's like I don't automatically just jump out of the gate, because I think like one of the biggest issues, I would just jump out of the gate. It's like kind of working out without a warm-up. You're gonna hurt yourself. Like, why would you do that? Just like give yourself a little bit of a chaser, a little bit of a warm-up. Oh my god. So this is I'm pretty sure this was 4 years ago. Watch this. Okay, now I'm not going to play the next part because it's obviously violating Twitch terms of service, but I'm letting everyone know this. If you live in America and you catch federal charges, you're done. Like, during the whole rioting going on in 2020, you have a lot of individuals vandalizing federal buildings, attacking individuals that were federal agents. Like, police is one thing. Okay, when you trash a police area or when you assault a police officer, that's bad. But if it's a federal agent, you get federal charges, and that is way, way worse. That is like adding more. You get what I mean? Like, it's harsher punishment, it's harsher crime. Why would you do it? Protest peacefully. I don't care what cause you support or for who you side with. Please, 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 do not do something stupid and get some federal charges. That is the last thing I want anyone to get. I don't care. I guess my meme board is not working today. But, yes. At least some of it works, some of it works. But yeah, like, do not catch federal okay, wait, let me see how bad it is. Yeah, some of these people are feds. Oh, okay, this right here. Like, why would you do that? Just why? I don't even want to see these comments. I don't. You know, let's watch it. Yeah, these were U.S. Marshals. How would you do that? Why? Oh. So if you don't know who this content creator is, this content creator, he made a song. So what the song is in here, I can't play it because I don't want to violate, you know. I'm pretty sure it might be copyrighted. You never know. But the thing is that like he was making songs about like making fun of like single moms. Now, you're not diminishing single moms here. And I've said it before on multiple streams. Okay, whatever you put on here, it's fair game for people to comment and criticize. Like, it's fair game. It's fair game for my TikToks. I don't care if someone disagrees with me. I knew what I signed up for. It's also fair game for someone to comment on my Twitch and disagree with me. And I've had a few people disagree with me. That is totally fine. You know, when I said I'm gonna do content creating, I knew we were about to get some heat because it's the nature and the belly of the beast. But you know what? It's fine. What normally happens is that someone ends up getting so butthurt and upset that they try to cancel them like this. And it's like, come on now. You can go through my streams, you can go through my TikToks, I'm not saying anything crazy.
Fired because of my page. Me and my boss just laughed because, like, what did you expect them to do? My coworker Melissa took this as an opportunity to come into the office to try to air her grievances about me. But I quickly zoned out because she was just yapping. And that's when it hit me like a ton of brick. I'm connecting thousands, if not millions of bros on my page, and they're asking me for a mixtape and more content. If all the bros sent me $2 to $5 to $10, I could take 3 weeks off of work and give you the mixtape. And I would call it Bop Bops.
Now you a single.
I don't get why people get that upset. I really don't. Like, you go out to like that extent to contact HR. I just don't. If I disagree with your content, I just scroll. If I really disagree with it, I'll make a TikTok about it. I'm not gonna get you fired or canceled. Come on now. Like, if you get to that level, actually no, sorry. Let's just lower this a little bit. If you ever got to that level, I mean, like, it just speaks volumes to you, you know? I don't know. Oh, let's get into it. All right, here we go. Showtime.
Did you notice how quickly they ran to call their congressman?
It was okay, here's the thing. I made a TikTok and obviously people were upset over it. I agree with what's been going on. Because honestly, my livelihood isn't on there. Okay, here's the thing. This is what I argue. If you made your livelihood off of TikTok, I can understand why you're upset. But I have no sympathy. You should not put all your eggs on one basket. I mean, I can hear you. I sympathize with you. But if you don't like have money saved up or at least have a backup plan, I don't like content creators have a shelf life. They really do. You cannot do this forever. Like my stuff ain't monetized yet, but there's a point where it's like you gotta kind of like expand out. Now there are certain businesses that use this. I understand it. I hear it. I get why you're upset. If you made it to the point where you're famous on TikTok, I got advice from a content creator. Okay, this content creator told me to start branching out to different, go to Twitter. I do have a Twitter. It's just dead. Go to Twitter, make a YouTube, start branching out. That was like kind of like my homework. Here's the thing: when you have multiple social media accounts for the same thing, not only can you branch your audience out more, kind of get that more of exposure, but you're safe from something like this. If one thing was to go down, you have that safety net. I feel like everyone puts their eggs in one basket. I don't know. That's it. That's what I hear.
I wonder if they had that same energy throughout the past 5 months.
Okay, well, I want to see what she's talking about.
They mobilized, they organized, they ran to let their congressmen know that they do not approve of a TikTok ban. How many of those people do you think called a single one of their senators before now?
Zero. I'm telling you this. So when the TikTok ban went through, I got the notification because I do have a decent following on TikTok. I got the notification. Hey, they're gonna like ban the app. Call your congressman or senator now. Put in your zip code to figure out who it is and give them a call. I'm like, okay, what the heck? And I can what was going viral was social media influencers. They were calling their senator and they were like making a big fuss. Like they were picking up their phones, yelling, saying, "Oh my God, how dare you get rid of this app? Look. It's already too late. It's too late at this point. Not only did it pass the panel, not only did it pass the House, now it's going to go to the Senate, and Joe Biden said he's going to sign it. All it takes is for the Senate approval, which it's going to happen. The Senate approves it, Joe Biden signs it, it's done. Now, from the time Joe Biden signs it to, I believe it has a 6-month shot. You got 6 months. There needs to be a divestment from ByteDance into an American company. TikTok is still going to be here, from what I am aware of. That being said, I can see why people are upset. Is this person talking about... Let's see what the start... Let's see.
You think maybe they've been ignoring what's been going on? And do you think they might...
Oh, she's probably talking about Israel Palestine. Here's the thing. It's not like they've been ignoring. It's just like it's... you're losing clicks, likes, and views. I'm gonna say this. I've always said this in other streams. People will jump in on certain things just because it's trending. Yeah, support Palestine, all this other stuff. I guarantee you this. Give it a few, it's been 6 months since October 7th? Give it 6 more months. Guess what happens? Nobody will. Only for the ones that are dedicated, I respect. But most people are just gonna forget about it. And it's not even a commentary on exactly what it's about. It's not a commentary on the complications of the history behind it. It's more of a comment on just how all of this is. Honestly, performance activism, that's what I say it's best. It's like you have people that get up, they'll get their phone, Look at me, I'm protesting. Give me my like. Yeah. Look at me, I'm protesting. You know. They get their likes, they get their clicks, they get their. My mask fell. They get their likes, they get their clicks, they get their comments, and then all of a sudden, once the whole thing runs dry, they're gone. And that's what you're seeing. That's what you're seeing now. Like all these pro-Palestine protests that are happening now. I don't know if you noticed it. They're getting smaller, and they're getting smaller, and they're getting smaller. Soon it'll get to the point where like they can't even block the road anymore.
Only care now because something might inconvenience them. Man, if only they had created some sort of community off app. Can you imagine if they just put their ego aside and focused on something that matters a lot more than each of us?
Here's the thing. I'm speaking as a former activist over here, especially as someone who's observed political movements. It's hard for people to care about war and geopolitics because it doesn't really, the effects aren't there. Regardless of what happens in Israel and Palestine, one of the biggest problems that a lot of pro-Palestine protesters that I've noticed, they're trying to get more people to care. And here's the thing, most people don't. A lot of people are uneducated about the topic. That's where the kind of the danger comes in regards to like activism. I always say, like I said this on my Aaron Bushnell video on TikTok, that activism is trendy. People just want to jump on the next trend just to get whatever they need, and once they got what they need, they go bye-bye.
Can you imagine if they paid attention and watched the raw footage of children dying on a daily basis? Can you imagine if they listened to the people tell them?
Okay, like here's the thing. Like, why would someone want to watch that? That's the thing that I always have. I don't say problem with. Like, if like TikTok, right? You can see like you'll actually see some of those videos. Now TikTok it's a weird app because like sometimes it'll block gore, sometimes it'll block this, but you'll definitely see like the actual war footage. That I find crazy because like it does violate terms of service less I'm aware of somebody actually getting unalived, but it's still up there. And here's the thing, who wants to keep watching that? Nobody. Now if you want to keep watching gore and like hey, you know, that's your thing. But for the vast majority of people, look, if they're gonna open the app and they're gonna see all that death and destruction, this is what they'll do. Bye. Because like there's more to life than social media, more than life to activism, from what I've seen.
It's not a left and right thing right now.
Well, now it is. Well,
it's an us versus them.
Well, now, I mean, I was speaking to a friend about this. The horseshoe theory is kind of correct, where a lot of people that's kind of in the middle actually are very pro-Israel, and people on the extreme ends are actually very, very anti-Israel.
Them thing, and that the evil 1%ers bought all of our politicians. All of them.
Keep talking.
You know how they say there's a few bad apples in the police force. Yeah, you're ACAB until it's a Democrat who wants to build up cop cities all over.
They went with the defund police. Hold up now. Defund police. Increase funding for. Yeah, look. 2020, everyone was going nuts over it. Defund the police, defund the police, defund the police. Now, as someone who like respects the other argument, this is what the argument was: that if you were to defund the police, rather than the police having the like access to like higher end equipment, that it'll go towards community funds. However, what's been going on, unfortunately, okay, keep in mind, obviously, if you look at the blue line over there, of course, obviously, it's a pro-cop piece. But I remember back a while back, any city that actually defunded their police is now having to skyrocket their budget. I mean, this is Wisconsin. I mean, I know for a fact, hold up, but LAPD, defund the police. Yeah, like this was going nuts. Like the defunding police, like what ended up happening, violent crime surged, because as a result, there aren't a lot of police officers in everywhere. I'm talking, well, not everywhere. I say most states are having an issue with violent crime because one, no one wants to join the police now because of all the bad rap. Two, of all the hate you're gonna get, and three, because of the defund police, there's not enough funding. They're spread out thin, and now you're seeing the result. Simple solutions cannot solve complex problems.
Over the U.S. Cop cities that will be full of policemen who are trained by IDF soldiers. Now the
Really? okay, like I know with America they go overseas. I know with America there are like. I thought it was all the other way around. I didn't know IDF came here to train. You know what? Actually, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. Let's see if does Israel train America, please. I want to see this actually. Oh, wait, what? Train in Israel. Oh, look at that. So Amnesty International reports it, Times of Israel reports it as well. After the defunding programs at the height of 2020, is now admitting that the internal mental question there. Oh, okay. But did they do it now is the other question. I mean, because I'm thinking of it like this. Like, why would you spend all that money flying them overseas, train them there, and then they come back? I find that weird.
Influential people.
Oh boy.
Donald Trump wants to get on the campaign trail so that
Strategy of trying to bully leftists, progressives, conservatives of all sorts that aren't MAGA, who have basic human empathy and care a lot about the fact that we have been complicit in genocides for decades, centuries, and we're just now able to see it
Centuries. Oh.
in 4K
love that guy.
on our phones. Phones that have
Because I'm gonna say this up front. With the earliest date, to my knowledge, it could be at least 1 century. Decades, yes.
cobalt in them, mined by slave labor in the Congo.
See, I heard of the Congo. I'm familiar with it. Not too much about it. But I will say this up front. Not a lot of people are going to be protesting about it, because why? I want my consumerism. More people want their iPhones, more people want their iPads, more people want their Apple products than they care about everything else. Because how does it affect them at the end of the day?
Maybe if they had just looked further than 5 inches in front of their face, they wouldn't feel so betrayed by the Democrats that they trusted. They lie in your face and you fall for it. I'm trying to be understanding, but there's just this one group of people, maybe because I used to belong to them, that enrage me because I don't understand it. And you know what? I'm glad I don't.
I wonder what that group was. Just another rant. Don't mind me. You know what? Let me look at this. How many? What the? Ooh. Chad, you. I don't know. Okay, look at this. 16,300 followers. Okay, you are following me, yes? Let me go back to my account. I only have 4,602 followers. But take a look at this. On average, yeah, you know, sometimes I'll get like a 33 view. But then I have views that go into the thousands. And let me go back. Let me go back. Yeah, sometimes it's going to be dead. Sometimes it comes up. It's just like, you never really predict it. But take a look at this. I can't figure it out. I'm still figuring it out. But for a while, look at this. For a while, I had like a streak of like thousands and thousands of views. Now. No. But I'm just looking at this person's content. I don't see anything like that. Okay, well, here it is. Okay. Yeah, no, like... Okay, do you want to know why I'm pressing... Like, I'm looking at this person's content. I'm just looking at the views and the views alone. Oh, here it is. Wait, is this a repost? Okay, that's lazy if that's reposting. Come on now. Okay, see, that makes more sense. You know, I think TikTok is a weird thing, because I can't tell if someone got bots. I thought that this person had, like, a bot following, because if you look at some of the videos, it's just, like, dying. I want to see something. I don't know. I think I find it interesting. How many? It doesn't say how many posts that this individual has. I will say this though, more than likely, once the money runs here's the thing. I wish I could like kind of save screenshots and save everyone, because you know the watermelon. Okay, if someone has watermelon in the profile, they're pro-Palestine. If I could, I'd probably save everyone's profile that I am aware of, save it, and come back in a year. And I want to see if the watermelon's still up there, because more than likely it's probably gone. More than likely. At least that's what I'd argue. All right, Eric.
I apologize.
No. What? No. Okay, we're just gonna duplicate this.
Pretty fascinating. It's gonna be studied like years from now.
Go away. Here we go.
We have big news right now. Donald Trump wants to get on the campaign trail so that if he becomes president in 2025, he will defund all schools that have any vaccine mandates for students.
God damn!
Because everyone needs to see this clip.
And I will not give 1 penny to any school that has a vaccine mandate or a mask mandate.
Use your words. What are you doing?
Now, Donald Trump wants to get on the campaign trail so that if that have this clip.
See, that's... I don't know, because, like, you know, I used to be an educator for, like, a year and a half, and, like, we had, like, a vaccine mandate. This is before COVID. Like, before COVID, we had a vaccine mandate. I feel like most schools have that, like, you needed to have at least a measles. Like, but even as an educator, the educators needed to be vaccinated to protect the kids. I find it, I don't know. To each their own. I don't know why that's I don't know why that's a running issue. Because that's more of like a state government, local sort of thing. Not necessarily, I mean, I could see it as an argument for the federal government, but it's mostly a state-run thing.
And something I can't believe I have to say, but I have to say it because the Democrats are pushing it. I will keep men out of women's sport.
This is extremely dangerous.
Okay, well, we'll let him finish, but it's like... It's a talking point for the right that honestly, it's starting to get... When I argue that nobody cares about Israel Palestine on the left, it's kind of the same thing with on the right, like, oh, like, transgender sports and all this stuff. It's not really that much of a hot button issue. Minus the few people, obviously for the transgender people that are affected by it, but most people just don't care. Like, most people are kind of apathetic. Granted, with the exception of parents. Now, parents will kind of, like, lean towards on the right in regards to this. Most, not some. I mean, it's still... It's a divisive issue, but it's not a winnable issue. Because that's not going to be the thing that's going to get people propelled to vote for you come this election cycle. We got, like, what, 6 months left? Not even 5 months left, honestly, at this point. Like, March is always almost halfway through. Like, and this is my thing. Nobody cares about transgenders. Nobody cares about any of that stuff. It's the economy. Like, what are you going to do to fix, like... I want to say fix things. I know under Biden things have gotten better. But what is Trump going to do to kind of like persuade and get the policies? Now, here's the thing. If Trump screws this up again, I'm going to laugh. The cards are kind of in his favor. He just needs to play this accordingly. He needs to not mess it up. Because here's the thing with President Biden, the progressive vote is so upset with him that they're probably going to rip the vote in half. Trump, I can see sort of the division going on, but Trump has a cult following. Biden doesn't.
Rhetoric from Donald Trump, because in Florida right now, for example, there is a measles outbreak amongst Broward County students. And outside of the
thank God I don't got kids.
The COVID vaccine, there are so many vaccines that have been mandated for years in schools, whether it's measles,
and I brought that up.
mumps, and so much more. To threaten schools with potentially losing their funding.
I don't know, that's, you know, sometimes he shoots himself in the foot, and I see that's another one of them.
I apologize.
No, you don't. But as a
What is up with people losing their minds about Representative Jeff Jackson? What is... I don't get it, because I get on TikTok, and I see people upset with Representative Jeff Jackson. Oh, he built a following on TikTok. Okay. Representative Jeff Jackson, one of the most popular lawmakers on TikTok, voted in favor of the bill. Will compel ByteDance to divest itself from TikTok. Okay.
The video was pretty fascinating. It's going to be studied like years from now. So he said on the House floor, he received a briefing that seriously alarmed him, which made him say yes to getting rid of this. I mean, apparently it didn't concern him enough to get rid of his application because he's posting on it today. But
because he makes money off of it. Like, that's the thing. Everyone, like, that's... it's giving the same energy that like conservative, like that argue like for people with so let me go back. Conservatives would usually argue that people that are critical of capitalism have like a Starbucks drink in their hand, that they got an iPhone, that they have all these capitalistic products. But here's the thing, they have to kind of participate in the system to kind of stay alive. And that's kind of like, and you know, first I used to be that person that would give that argument. Now I can see why that's kind of a dumb argument. That argument is I don't agree with it, because here's the thing, at the end of the day, that's how he gets his money. That's how he gets paid. He has other streams of income. He still wants to get paid. And that's the, you know, I think I kind of mentioned it to someone today. It's like, look, do not put all your eggs on TikTok. Like, spread it out.
He also said that he's like 1,000% convinced that nothing's gonna happen. That he thinks this bill going through is just gonna make the sale go through. Current owner has already said it is not for sale. That is nothing that we're interested in. So his logic is that it's gonna pass.
I mean, here's the thing. With enough pressure, they can kind of do it. Now, granted, you can do a VPN. That's how. Like, here's the thing. Most people are gonna do TikTok through VPN. I can definitely see that. But when it comes to like this official ban, I'm gonna find it interesting to see what's gonna happen next. Could this be the death of TikTok? We will find out.
And they're just gonna go, oh, okay, you said so, so we're gonna sell it now. And he's like so deeply concerned. He's like, oh my god, this is like.
Okay, it's just a RAM mode. Next.
Renee
Rapp calls for an immediate and permanent ceasefire in Gaza on stage during her acceptance speech at the Glad Awards. Like, here's the thing. It's like, you know, I got a buddy of mine. Like, he interviewed me, and the interview's still up. I was just watching it, and actually, hold up. Let me go back to my starting screen. Don't switch. Oh my God, he messaged me. Whoops. We have two options. Sorry. So. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, so my friend, he just sent me something crazy. So here's the thing. Oh my God, now I see it.
Today on how to change the conversation.
Yay, somebody else liked it. No comments yet, but hey, if you want, go check out this channel. Oh, sorry. If you want, go check out this channel. Go check out, this is my very first interview. I think it's great. I think it's awesome. I think I liked it. I liked how it turned out. But here's the thing. This is mostly virtue signaling. Honestly, like, you know, I used to write for an article called, like, the Rabble Rouser. I don't know if it's still up. I'm pretty sure they deleted all of it. But I wrote an article saying, like, look, people don't care what celebrities think. And I firmly still believe that. Most of the people that are calling for a ceasefire and any other stuff, the ones that wore, like, that red, like, hand and pin and all that stuff, calling for ceasefire, look, they're either just doing it because they don't want to piss off their constituent base. They're probably doing it because their agents told them to do so. Or three, and lastly, it's like they just want the virtue signaling points. And I firmly believe that this is a virtue signaling point.
Influential people and very privileged people, which is exciting and also is a huge privilege to be a part of that. Having said that, I'd like to take.
Here's the thing, like, her, like, and the other guy, there's another guy, they said, like, oh, they called for a ceasefire, but they were reading it off of something. More than likely, they were told to say it. That's what I would argue.
Take the opportunity to show support and call for an immediate ceasefire and permanent ceasefire in Gaza.
I don't know. You know, I'm gonna mention it at the end, but, Benjamin Netanyahu greenlighted the final operation to happen in Rafah. I mean, there's gonna be a ceasefire. It's just when it's over.
Please continue to advocate for yourselves. Continue to advocate for your friends, for your queer friends.
Why are you throwing us into this? It's like, what? Like, what? Why don't you just toss that in there?
And for those who can't advocate for themselves.
What? Oh, wait a minute. Is this what I think it is? Cool. It's a non-profit LGBTQ advocacy organization. I mean, it's like, look, just because someone is like, you know, queer, just because someone belongs to the LGBTQ community, does not mean they cannot like support Palestine or this. Because I see arguments thrown around, but for me, I find it interesting where it's like I hear like, yeah, you can stand with the press people. You know, there was let's go back here. This is what I find crazy. Let's go back up here because I'm gonna show you. So there was a content creator. She made a TikTok. She made a TikTok. She was very, very upset over the fact that a queer, like someone who was queer and Muslim, stood up and spoke, and you saw them, like people that in the crowd that they were Muslim, that they were genuinely uncomfortable. Like, what did you? I'm sorry. What did you think was gonna happen? Over here in the America, it's everybody is fine with LGBTQ. You know, granted, you have disagreements. You have individuals that are like, oh my god, I think this is horrible. I think this is awful. All this other stuff. But the thing is this: at the end of the day, like they're not gonna be, you know, up and at 'em. Is this? I'm pretty sure it's here somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's here someone. But there was a content creator on TikTok who said she got very upset. Why were there Muslims that were like visibly like upset? And like that's because according to their faith, it's against their faith, it's against their religious beliefs. I mean, you can stand up for whoever you want to. I'm not gonna stop you. Like, just because you are part of the LGBTQ community doesn't mean you should primarily support Israel. Doesn't mean that you should be, you know, completely against Palestine. I don't like that argument. But I'm curious. Like, this is what I'm curious about. Homosexuality is punishable by death over there. It's not an excuse for like the war and what's been going on. Don't get me wrong. But I'm curious to hear arguments as to why, like, you know, like you get what I mean. Like, let me try to explain. Where I find the confusion is that individuals that are very like pro-Palestine and all that stuff, kind of like their default argument to say that I support Palestine just because, like, yeah, but it doesn't mean I can't stand with them, which, you know, I 100% agree. There's this content creator, his name Matt Bernstein, he's on Instagram, very famous, I follow him. Actually, you know what? I got it here. We're gonna actually look at that. I have it here, we're gonna take a look. Because he said it right here. Matt Bernstein. There it is. No. He has made quite the name for himself here. And I'm going to show... Dang. No. So, okay, obviously over here, as you can see, he's very pro-Palestine, you know. That's what he sides with, that's what he supports with. I'm trying to go to the one where he was commenting against... Where was it? Because it was here somewhere. Because woke. I know it was here somewhere. Basically what he was arguing is that, you know, I don't understand people that are conservative and that, like, I don't understand people that are part of the LGBTQ community and that are conservative. And the reason why I bring it up is, like, he said, like, you cannot be supporting people that purposely want to take away your rights and your freedoms. Fine. So why then would I support a government organization that punishes me by simply existing with the death penalty? Now, don't get me wrong. There's some really insane Republicans that actually advocate for that, but it's not the norm. You know what I mean? Where was it? No. Did you delete it? Did he delete it? No, I don't think he deleted it because it's got to be here somewhere. Now, sometimes I agree with some of his takes. Sometimes I'm like, no, I don't. I would say the guy look good. He works out. He takes care of himself. No, that's not it. That's not it. And I will say this though, even though I am right-wing conservative, sometimes I cringe. Nope. Other shit people okay. What is up with all these gender reveals? I don't get it. Like, okay, you got the kid, announce it, you know, do your little balloon party, whatever. But why do you got like, why do we have to paint pigeons? Why do we gotta like pollute freaking water? Just say, oh, it's a girl, it's a boy, you know. No. I know he posted it. Okay, we're gonna scroll up here, and if it's not here, then we're gonna go to YouTube, because at least I know it's on his YouTube. No. Oh no, don't tell me you deleted it. God dang it, I think he deleted it. Hold up, hold up. We're gonna keep going, we're gonna keep searching for it. Okay, by the way, screw libs at TikTok, that girl is crazy. Oh my god, I think you deleted it. Hold up. Okay. Last chance. Matt Bernstein. Conservatives. Hold up. It might be up. Yeah, look.
It's like
Okay, I'm just gonna play 10 seconds of this because I ain't gonna watch the whole thing.
the leopards are gonna eat your face. They are eating your face. Why are you acting surprised after you voted for the leopards eating people's faces party?
Okay, this is my thing. Why are people surprised? If you're gonna come at me with that energy, with that same argument, it should apply to Palestine. It should. Now, I'm not saying like get rid of like I'm not like the pink one like. This is what I'm not saying. This is what I'm not. I am not advocating like okay like just be pro-Israel because it's for gay people. I think that's dumb. I think that's a dumb argument. But that being said, if you're gonna come at me with that energy, like if it's gonna be the same, if that's gonna be the same, it needs to apply to the same standards. Your standards should be the same. But if it's different, oh well. I don't know. That's up to you. Ah, finally something I can talk about. Finally something that. Let's get to the good stuff. Enough of the chasing. Let's start taking shots. Okay, so real Godiva goddess. Her takes are rather interesting. Let's take a look at this.
Israel has already begun the ground invasion in Rafah on the southern Gaza Strip. Now, previously, he was urged by several leaders globally, if you do this, that's your ass. Like,
he doesn't care. This is the thing. This is my argument against people who are saying we want a ceasefire now. He does not care. You can cut the aid. You can cut like diplomatic ties. You can do all of that. He does not care.
for real. Like, because that's your own.
Protest all you want. Like, I'm not saying stop, like, don't, like, just let him do it, whatever. That's not what I'm arguing. What I'm arguing is that if you're advocating for a ceasefire and all this other stuff, doing all that energy, I'm letting you know, the politicians in the United States, the politicians in other Western governments, yeah, they might pressure him, but at the end of the day, it is Benjamin Netanyahu who's going to make that decision, continue the operations or stop, and he does not care.
That's the only thing stopping everybody from dogpiling on you and jumping the shit out of you, BB. So, as far as I'm concerned, you go into Rafah and that's your ass. Now, as we've seen, several of his war cabinet members have resigned because they just don't believe that.
Okay, so here's the thing. I made a TikTok about that. Let's go back. I made a TikTok about that because that was spreading all over Wildfire. Like, see, we're winning. Like, all this other stuff. Like, I had to look this up. No, like, even... Go back. Man, we got a lot of interesting videos to react to. Ah, dang. Let's go back up here. Where was it? Yeah, here, look. That was false information.
So, Daniel Hagari just resigned, the head spokesperson for the leader of the...
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Okay, and by the way, so there was a content creator who, like, looked over my stuff. I can see what this person meant by, like, oh, don't, like, zoom it out, because, like, it's actually gonna...
And this has been spreading all over the...
Zoom out. So that's Daniel Hagari. Al Jazeera said it himself. Whoops, this was false. And they took it back. Now, I don't know what else she's referring to, so you know what, here. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt and let's say she's saying the truth. But let's just verify. War Cabinet resign. Oh! What? We got the Palestinian Prime Minister offering to resign. Israel War Cabinet resigned. Here, okay, you know what? Let's go here. When did she make this TikTok? You made this TikTok on... Oh, 1 hour ago. So, you know what? 24 hours. Let's give you the benefit of the doubt. Well, we got this one, but he wants to be part of the war cabinet. Yeah, I mean, if that's from that initial claim, then yeah, that was false news. Fake news.
That, you know, this is going to end well for Israel. Because it's not. It's not.
Here's the thing. It will in the sense of it's going to stop Hamas from continuous attacks on Israel. When it comes to the whole Israel and Palestine, one of the biggest dilemmas in regards to trying to find a ceasefire negotiation between the two countries is that neither side trusts each other to like stop their either expansion or stop the attacks. Both can't give that cooperation. As a result, this is what happened. Now, when President Trump moved the embassy over to, let's look this up. Trump moves embassy Israel. What? No, he moved it. Yeah, he moved it to Jerusalem, which obviously upsetted so many Palestinian people.
Not going to end well for Chalk Zone. It's not. I promise you that. It's definitely not.
And here's the thing, like, she is correct, but I want to hear why.
Not going to end well for Chalk Zone, okay? Not only that, this man and several news reports are coming from outside of that cabinet stating that it's literally falling apart as each day
really
passes. They're unraveling. They're turning on each other. They're all having type.
Israel war cabinet disagree. We have divided. Let's get this. So the only recent update was this came out in January 2020, January 25. Now this is the most recent article. Click, click, click. Oh, we're not gonna go through all this. Hope it was an article. Damn.
All types of communication and organization and structural damages, which makes sense, seeing as though, you know, you need that in order to be able to foresee a project from start to finish. And in their minds, the genocide going on in Gaza is nothing more than...
Okay, what is... I don't know why people are saying it like that. If they whatever.
That, you get what I'm saying? Nothing more than a military plan, whatever the case may be. And once the communication, once the understanding, once the stable foundation in which they're doing this for, once all of that disappears, then there's nothing more than that they can do. It will continue to gradually decline.
Okay, so if that's... I don't see that as a valid argument. Yeah, granted, the command structure is important in regards to militaries, but in regards to operations in Israel and Rafah, like, here's the thing: it's an insurgent group versus a counterinsurgency group. Afghanistan and Vietnam were difficult for the United States because of the dense vegetation. Rafah is... Hold on now. Like, let's look at the map. Topographic map, actually, help with that. So, the reason why I want to go through a topographic map is to show, like, is it a hilly terrain? Like, I don't know. Because I want to see this. Now, granted, it's mostly dense cities. But here's the thing, in some of the idea footage that we're seeing, they're bulldozing right past them, right through it. You can change the environment. Afghanistan, like, that's what the United States did in Vietnam with Agent Orange. That's why they try to drop it all over the place, to kill off as much of the vegetation, making it easier for the U.S. forces to go in and clear the area out. You can't do that in Afghanistan. You can't get rid of a mountain. Here, you can get rid of all these buildings. Now, it's going to cause you a massive humanitarian issue. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be a mess. But you can manipulate the environment in an urban warfare setting. In urban warfare, this is one of the unique things about it. You can manipulate it. You can blow up the buildings. You could steamroll past through it. There's a lot of ins and outs in regards to it. That's one of the uniqueness of urban warfare, is your ability to manipulate the environment around it. You can't blow up a mountain. Maybe you could burn a forest, but that'd be really bad. But when it comes to buildings, you can demolish it. You can set up new battlefields, new lines. I mean, Battlefields was like a really cool shooter that a lot of people played. The environment definitely changed as the buildings were falling down, because now you need to go new cover. Like Battlefield 1, you had this giant blimp and it came down and completely changed the map. Within urban warfare, you can change the map in the sense of like where to go, what points of cover, contact, all that other stuff.
Stick with me. Now, coincidentally, on the same exact day...
Okay, so this guy, he actually does good photography and good journalist work. I can't show any of the photos and footage on stream because obviously if I show dead people, that's a violation of Twitch terms of service.
News broke that they were going to be entering into Rafa on the same exact day. Several content creators on social media platforms were getting their accounts suspended, their accounts banned, they were getting blocked.
Hold up. Facebook blocks Motez Azai. Let's look it up. Motez. Yeah, see, look, it's on Facebook. Let's look at this. Menace. Oh, yep, they're going in. They're going in. No photo, no proof.
From his lens, okay, broke out. Yup, and I didn't go that day because I knew that they were trying
I'm
some shit.
familiar with this content creator's stance on Israel and Palestine, but I want to hear this.
Baby, no way, Jose. No way, Jose. This is grounds. This right here is grounds for a juicy, fat lawsuit.
Not really, because that's the thing. So some of his photos do depict people dying, people suffering, dead people. Hold up now. I don't want to say anything false. Because you can post some pretty messed up stuff on Facebook. It just needs to have like that, sensitive content and whatnot. No. Posting dead photo of dead bodies on Facebook. Because if... Oh, here it is. To protect from disturbing energy, we remove content that is violent and graphic, such as videos depicting all this. We remove content that contains sadistic remarks. In the context, it is important to discuss about human rights abuses around conflict. We allow graphic content with limitations to help people condemn and raise awareness of the situation. We know that people have different sensitivities when it comes to graphic and violent imagery. For that reason, we add a warning label. Do not post videos that depict all of this. Here's the thing. He was posting photos of all this. Huh, that's weird. Because here's the thing. It's the same thing. We include a label. Let's see. Do not post videos if they depict the following: live streams of capital punishment, sadistic remarks. Yeah, he's violating it. Because I'm familiar with that guy's work. He does post this stuff in order to raise awareness, but as a result, because it violates terms of service, well, you can't show it. That's why when I get on here, get on stream, sometimes I have to switch from the live stream because it's gonna violate Twitch terms of service.
If they looking for witnesses, I'm gonna be writing that line. Yup, they did it. Yup. And while Meta is so focused on what the hell we doing by trying to,
they're gonna get TikTok. Once this ban goes through, TikTok is theirs.
We actually help out the Palestinians and make this world a better place. CIA agents have been opening fake social media accounts. First of all, we knew to spread propaganda about the Chinese state. That's not the only thing that they was doing. We're fully aware. We are.
I mean, like, you can't. We are aware of the certain situation, but we can't prove it.
Fully aware. I'm guessing that they're just now reporting.
I mean, here's the thing. I can't say that the CIA is doing X, Y, and Z because I don't have any proof of that, and I'm not going to, because I can't prove it. Like the Aaron Bushnell thing. Aaron Bushnell said that I have classified evidence that U.S. troops are in Rafah, going into the tunnels and killing civilians. Here's the problem. Where was the proof and where's the evidence? And the guy that came from a source from a friend that knew him within the 4 years and knew it was a little bit off because he knew him for 4 years. He had all that security clearance and now all of a sudden talks about it. If you got the evidence, I want to see it. That's all I ask. I'm not saying that it's not wrong. I mean, I have no information. I don't have that classified information, but it wasn't released. Aaron Bushell didn't release it before he, deleted himself. What can I, you know what I mean?
Reporting this, The Verge is just now reporting on this because there had been rumors of protests that I was supposed to be at.
You know what? I'm just gonna keep moving on.
Are so fucked up in the head for making her do this. Elise Myers, the most unproblematic content creator influencer, has deleted everything, taking a break from this app. I'll see you when I see you. Her child was having open heart surgery. Not her child, her baby infant was having open heart surgery, and you guys kept fucking commenting "Free Palestine."
This is ridiculous. I'm laughing because how stupid it is. Like, you just. I find it funny. There comes a point where you just don't get frustrated anymore and you just laugh. And stuff like this makes me laugh because it's so absurd. Why would you do that? Raising awareness, I get it. We got something up here. We have something up here, just use it. Why would you go to somebody? Here's the thing. Okay, now, whatever you post on social media, it's fair game to criticize and comment. That's why I'll never post pictures of my family on here. Because I know it's going to be fair game for them to comment on. That's why you will never see any photos of me with my family that I will never post on my personal social media accounts. I'll never post it on Warrior Insights. You're never going to see any of that stuff. For one reason alone, because, well, it's fair game. Now, granted, I'm not saying it's okay for people to do that and comment on her. By no means. Whatever you post is fair game. Now, that being said, why would you comment? Why?
Why do you want fucking influencers and celebrities to speak about something that they know nothing about?
I love you already. Because here's the thing. There's so many people on this app. They don't know what they're talking about, and they get on here. They get very successful as content creators because what they'll do one of the following. They'll repeat the same. They'll hit the same four Israel's a colonial, genocide, apartheid, racist state. They're gonna say all four of that, or they're gonna keep chanting and saying the same phrase of "River to the sea, Palestine will be free," or Intifada, wait, there's only one solution, Intifada revolution. They're just gonna repeat stuff. I was on a pro-Palestinian live, and literally, as this person left the live, she was repeating all of this phrases stuff, and I'm like, lady, you are surrounded by people that agree with you. If I debate somebody, I'm never gonna be chanting any I don't chant stuff like this. I don't go to rallies. Cause if I'm gonna get on here, I'm gonna be effective. I'm gonna do something that works. I'm not gonna get this social media crap of oh look at me, look at I ain't like that. It's about the cause and what you're fighting for. Everybody can forget about you one day. Let's be real. Let's be real. Spoiler alert, everyone dies. Everyone's gonna die. Everyone's gonna die. All the money you earn is gonna be gone. All the fame that you acquired, yeah, people will remember your name, but give it maybe 5 or 10 generations later, no one's gonna remember you. Why bother? Why bother?
You guys don't even give people time to educate themselves on what's going on over there, which is absolutely fucking horrible. But it's if they don't make a follow-up video after all of you bombard an influencers or content creators video saying "Free Palestine,"
let's let her finish.
All of a sudden you guys are trying to cancel them. I don't even fucking like Michaela, I think you pronounce it Nagaro, the fucking Boston makeup artist. I like her makeup, her videos pop up on my page and I silence her because I can't stand her fucking voice. All the comments under all of her videos for weeks now have been about Palestine. How about you go be productive and stop being a fucking keyboard warrior if it means that much to you?
Oh, you're saying what I'm saying. But here's the thing. I go in for the jugular. I go for the jugular. I don't care. Like, if I know my stuff, I don't care. I know for a fact that when people comment or criticize my videos, they don't watch the full thing. I know they don't watch the full thing. Because the comments are like this, and sometimes I'll say, did you watch the full video? I know they didn't watch the full video. Because here's the thing, the way TikTok works, you got 3 seconds to catch their attention. They just watch the 3 seconds, or like 5 seconds, or 1 minute. Like, so be it. At best, 1 minute. And then they click off.
The whole, oh, we're raising awareness. Everybody knows. Everybody fucking knows. What do you want these people?
And that's what I said about Aaron Bush. No, everybody's already talking about this. Now, when that happened, instead of talking about it, coming up with actual solutions or debated dialogue, now we're talking about someone who self-deleted. Now we're having debates about, like, should you do this? No. I mean, how is it, like, why is it controversial for me? That is my best. I'm gonna go back up here. That is, by all means, my best. I'm gonna go back. This right here is my best video. And what is it about? He's not a hero. He's not a martyr. He shouldn't have done that. That is it. And all the pro-Palestinian accounts lost their minds. Now here's the thing. Some of my close friends are pro-Palestinian. What makes me different than a lot of different people? I actually talk about them. I actually disagree. We actually disagree. We talk about things. People that get on TikTok are not exposed to people that disagree with them in a healthy manner. So they get on to someone who is in real life, and oh my god, let me tell you, they just go nuts over it. I mean, I have my own biases. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I am pro-Israel. Call me a Zionist, whatever. But here's the thing, I think they should get aid. I think, you know, the IDF should kind of like, I don't know, geez, maybe train more. I think Hamas needs to be held accountable. I think the hostages need to go home. I think that the PLO should be recognized as the state entity and the representative of the state of Palestine, and there should be negotiations in regard to a two-state solution. Okay? Because here's the thing. They come up with this weird boogeyman that they think if you're pro-Israel, you want all the Palestinians gone. It's like, don't get me wrong, you got some extreme crazy people out there. Yeah, I've seen some people like that one. But most people are kind of reasonable, kind of in the mix of a two-state solution and all this other stuff. People that want a one-state solution, I'm like, oh, what are we gonna do about the other people? You know, that's what I always say. Well, thank you for dropping the facts. Oh, jeez, and people are upset that I support
Free Palestine, man. Ain't nothing that difficult.
Why is everyone arguing?
Because some people really out here, damn, poisoned. Mine says poisoned. I don't know by what, but...
Our government has been corrupted because of what we're going through.
Wait, what? Where is this? Where is this? Oh, this is Los Angeles.
And guess what? This nation needs our help. Needs our help to be free. At least the people that are free. Mexican, the innocent other war with freedom.
Hey, it's not just Palestine. It's also Armenia.
Well, at least, hey, shout out to her for at least acknowledging Armenia, because nobody has acknowledged the fact that Azerbaijan has came in and completely taken the Republic of Artsakh. I can't say it. Artsakh. I can't say it. But you know what the funny thing about that? Russia lost an ally because Russia did nothing to help Armenia, and guess who Armenia is running to? The United States of America. They're running over to the United States for help. Now, here's the thing: if Armenia and the United States gather an alliance, that's one more blow to Russia, because it sends a signal to the rest of the allies. Hey, they just abandoned them. Now they're coming to us. Maybe you should come over here.
Also, Sudan, Congolese people, wake up. It's not that difficult to be nice. It's not that difficult to have a heart that we're born with to be nice.
With freedom.
Let me read the rest of the comments. Yeah, dude, my thing is like, oh my god, he's an idiot. I'm pretty sure he's young. The people that go to these rallies are not exactly the highest of IQ, regardless of whatever side you're on. I don't go to rallies. I don't. It's just a giant group of people that stand in a circle and do something to each other. Make what you will with that. I'm not gonna violate terms of service. I'm helping out a Palestinian man raise money so if he displaced families in Rafah, please check out my video. Just make sure you ain't like Basan and steal the money. I'm just saying. Yeah. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. Come on now. I've been to New York a few times. Why would you block the sub? Whatever. New Yorkers, you know, like, look, they just walk right through like, I don't care. Meh. Got places to be, got bills to pay. People got bills to pay, people got mouths to feed. Oh, this is gonna be a long video, I don't wanna...
Breaking news. It looks like northern Israel.
And, ugh, it's gonna be another one. We're just gonna jump right into the news, honestly.
I'm gonna say some things about the TikTok.
There's no way ByteDance will lose billions of dollars on purpose. The fact that its absorption in Silicon Valley will create another monopoly and maybe a double-edged sword. People have a taste for something like this app. There's no going back. If they can tweak the algorithm too much, the app loses prominence and another will emerge. Comment a DM, dude. I'm telling you, people are upset. I'm just telling you, people are upset. Well, I'm just gonna go back to my starting screen. You know, like I'm just like keeping my streams up into an hour, honestly, at this point, because I'm leaving